Hello, air gunners. It's Bryce POI once again. I have another gun for you. Hope you like it. Venturi Avenger 22 cal. I got this one back in early 2020. Got through a lot of mechanical issues over the last 4 years, and I finally got this gun leak-free and zero regulator creep. How about that? Okay, externals. I did this dot camouflage, that's what I call it, dot camo. 3 different size dots, 8 different colors of flat paint. Actually turned out better than I thought it would. You know, it was just an idea. And it's okay. Okay, the bolt-ons. Bolt-on mods. Of course, the CV Life scope. The digital gauge. This reads regulator output of the eBay style regulator, the bottle regulator. Looks like it's reading about 197 bar, which is about 20, I believe that's about 2800 psi. Got an eBay dual slides on to the front of that Picatinny. Bubble level, of course. I got this fixed with a just a thin layer of black RTV / adhesive that's on there. Put a little rough sanding on the top of it, and then fix it to the top. It's okay. Perfect position. This Tootsie Roll, I made this out of felt and a foam tube, and that was just to fill in the space when this used to come out here. Perfect. I had it perfectly cut to go right up to the bottle and radiused. And due to regulator problems, 2 different regulator problems and an O-ring problem later, just that piece turned into Swiss cheese trying to clock everything. 2 different regulators that didn't match, and then I blew an O-ring on the O-ring from the bottle adapter to the block. So I changed it from a 70 duro O-ring to a 90 duro. And like I said, this gun is leak-free, no regulator creep. It's amazing. Got one of my wife's stockings that I happened to cut into pieces. It gets rid of the shine. You know, put them to good use. All right. AE Swede bottle band. There's several AE Swede products on this particular air gun. We also have the plenum, and I also have his trigger and sear group in there. His bottle adapter with the regulator, I got them together. is also from AE Swede. A good old Sumo that you guys have seen before on the 17. That's the one off the 1740. Regulator, final regulator pressure from the Air Venturi regulator. Would you say I'm a little unsteady? Yeah. We got a Bic pen. It's a Bic 3.0, one of those clicker pens. And you get to write with the pen, and when you're done, you get to use it as a the rubber piece you get to use as the handle. It's a nice little sticky rubber. Good grip. Okay, these are the externals. Now, oh yeah, this CB Life bipod. I keep the hammer spring Allen key right here. It just it can't fall out. If you tip the gun sideways or upside down, it cannot fall out. The spring doesn't allow it to come out the way it's aligned. So you could just pop it in there, and it's ready for you at any time you want to use it. Okay, now, I mentioned this gun is dual regulator. I believe I said that. Now, you got 4,000 in the bottle. Going into this, which you could go higher, but I don't. I just go to 4, good round number. Then you got this eBay style regulator set at, supposed to be 3,000. When I bought it, it said 3. But this one happens to be sitting mostly at 28. Sometimes it gets up to 29. But then it feeds the into the block and feeds the Air Venturi regulator. And that one is set at 2,600. So, or 2,500. So we got 4,000 into this regulator set at 28. Well, it is 28. Then it feeds the 28 into the block to the Air Venturi regulator, which is set at 25. So the Air Venturi regulator is not stressed out. It only sees 28, and it regulates based off of a lower pressure. So it's very accurate, and it's not under any kind of stress. So it tends not to creep. And it works great. It really does. I don't know if AE Swede still has these adapters that are the type for the regulator. I'm not sure. I think it's about the same thing, to be honest. So if he has the adapter, you just throw the regulator on the bottle, and let me think about that. No, I'm not sure if it's the same. I'd have to think about that. I'm not sure if it's the same bottle adapter with or without the reg. In fact, I know it's not. But if he does have those, it's worth it. It's totally worth it to do the dual reg. It just takes you a couple minutes, well, longer than that, but it takes you a little while to get used to the two readings, because now they're different. Now you're reading a regulated pressure on both sides, and your bottle pressure is actually on the bottle itself over here. So that was a great add-on. It took me a long time to realize the benefits of it, though, because of so many problems with regulators. Okay, internally, we got 10cc regulator, or a 10cc plenum, AE Swede trigger group with the sear, the valve spring, 50% lighter valve spring. Also, I opened the port on the barrel to 0.188. That matches the 0.188 in the gun port coming out of the valve. So they're all matched up at 0.188. 50% lighter valve spring, 10cc plenum. That's the performance. That's what's going to get you a heck of a lot more FPS. Okay, now, with these Diablo Field Heavy air arms, 18 grain, stock original setup to this gun with zero hammer spring, with 2500 regulator, shoots 813 FPS. 813 FPS with the 18 grain. Okay, now with these mods done, 18 grain, 2500 regulator, is now shooting at 956. 956. So, with equal setups, other than, and just counting the mods themselves, the performance comes in at 142 to 143 FPS increase. And it goes throughout the pellet ranges. I got 18s. I have 21s in the room over there. So I went 18, 21, 25. And each one of them has the same amount of increase. So there's no diminishment with any of the pellet graduations. Now the maximum for the 25s, which is kind of strange. I thought it would be higher, but it's 915. So I'm lacking a little bit of the top speed, I think. I'm not sure what other people are getting. But the 25s maxing out at 915 is, it surprised me a little bit. I thought it'd be a little higher. But all the other pellets, like the 18s, when I run up the valve spring, no, when I run the hammer spring up, oh yeah, that's another thing. With this lighter valve spring, you're going to limit your amount of adjustability. So the minimum speed that I shoot with the 25s is 820. So that's as low as I can go. So your adjustability's gone on the downside. But this gun I set up for long range, higher power, so I wasn't worried about losing the downside. So I just run it at 1.25 turns on the adjuster. So 1.25 turns, and it gets me the 890, about 893 with the 25.39s. So that's exactly where I want it. And it's so smooth because you don't have all that spring tension. It makes shooting more of a joy, that that you don't have that big clanking when you pull the trigger. But this gun is now in tip-top shape, other than this rear O-ring on the probe. It's fine going in. I smoothed it going in, but I didn't see when I had it apart that the back the back movement, the retraction, is just shaving the rear O-ring. So the rear O-ring has some frays on it, and it doesn't stop it from sealing, but it's just kind of disappointing. I was thinking all about the front, and I didn't think about the back. When it goes into the tunnel there, it has some roughness, unfortunately, but it's not hindering the performance of the gun at this point. So keep it as it is, and just keep it lubed. That's the main thing. All right. Anything else on here? It looks like we can go ahead, and you guys can always. I'll be glad to answer any questions that anyone's interested in this type of arrangement. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you guys might have about it. Dimensions, measurements. If I have any specific FPS readings for certain pellets that you might want to know about, I could do that. I probably have them written down already. Okay, so what we're going to do is, since this gun is long, it takes away some of my range here. So instead of 23, we're looking at 22 and change. So it's about 68 feet. And we'll be shooting the JSB Exact Jumbo Monster Diablo 25.39 grain pellets. It'll be a 5-shot group, and they'll be traveling about 825 FPS. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. The 68 feet, so a little more than 22 yards. Shooting at 825 feet per second, the 25.39 grain JSBs. And we'll, hopefully we got a good angle here. I'm not sure. Let's try to bring that in proper. Probably going to go for the center. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do all the way around. Depends how the first shot goes. All right, guys. Here we go. Well, I didn't have it dialed in perfect, but it looks like they hit almost all in the same spot on each circle except for the bullseye. Okay. I hope you guys liked the video, found some of the information useful, and we'll see you next time, hopefully sooner than this one came. Okay. Guys, keep putting on the hits.